Okay, it's already showing me it's your live. Okay.
You already got it?
Yep.
So I want to make sure this one's muted, right? Which it is.
Yep. Take off the live screen share because it's on showing up already.
Got it. This is a pretty cool feature, actually.
So, hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good, thank you.
I'm excited about this project we're going to do.
Yeah, me too. I'm thinking how we can start and say everything we want to do, but okay, you go first. You introduce.
Oh, just go ahead and just start like there's 100 people here.
Yeah.
All right. Hello, I'm Chris Menard. Joining me today is Cristian. I have a YouTube channel. Cristian has a YouTube channel. Cristian also manages and runs my YouTube channel. I've been a YouTuber for several years, and Cristian and I have gotten my channel over 10,000 subscribers. And we were talking the other day about Cristian gets a lot of people asking him questions about, hey, how do you start a YouTube channel? In fact, I believe he had 3 in 1 week, friends asking. I get that question all the time too. So we decided, why don't we do a series on how to start a YouTube channel in 2020? And I know there's a lot of videos already out there on how to do them, and a lot of them are good. But one thing we bring to the table is we both like to do training videos. So not only will we explain how to start the channel, how to add thumbnails, how to do search engine optimization, how to upload from different devices, we'll show you also. And it's going to be a loosely structured, somewhat series. And today we're just going to take some questions, Q&A. If you have any questions, let us know. I'll turn it over to Cristian just for a few minutes. He's going to run us through some topics we're going to cover.
Yep. Hello, Cristi. I have been working on YouTube channels for quite a few years now, and I've always kind of liked to do training, like Chris said too. But I want to. I was looking for an opportunity to do this in a structured way, and we will look at all these topics that, you know, a lot of people, it's surprising, although YouTube have their YouTube Academy, which also kind of attempts to walk you through the process, but I don't think they actually go into very, very practical things like how do you create your channel, how do you start it, how to customize things, how do you create multiple channels if you want to have a few, like, you know, different topics or niches if you want. And you know, there was one thing that we all were realizing when we try to explain to somebody that you actually, if you have a Google account, you have a YouTube channel, although you haven't uploaded anything to it yet. Some people don't even know that they already have a channel, and you do. You just have to start publishing on it, customizing it a bit. So depending on your goals, you know, you can grow that channel, of course. So we were kind of putting together like a brainstorm of topics that we could, you know, approach and start doing videos about. And now it's up to the questions we will get. Maybe if people are, you know, we get questions about how do I do this and that. That's an idea for a training session. But you know, we're doing it kind of in a structured way. And also, if there's like a bigger topic, we can break it down. So we were thinking about starting with like how to start your channel, how to decide what it's about, maybe look at some keywords, research kind of thing, you know, what you're passionate about. Because a big thing about starting YouTube in 2020, again, you know, I mean, I think last year there was like 16 million or something new channels being started on YouTube. And if you put yourself in their shoes like Google, you know, think, how am I going to promote 16 million new channels every year? How am I going to help them grow? Because I don't know if they're going to stick around. So that's one of the thing is you have to stick with it. At least the first part. It's kind of, I mean, how long did it take you, Chris, to get your channels off the ground? Because
Yeah, what's funny about me is I started my channel roughly in 2015. And I started my channel because I just loved making videos, training videos, and I do Excel, Word, PowerPoint, all that stuff. So that's my market. And then at some point, Google sent me an email saying, "Hey, you can monetize your channel," and I'm like, "Oh, this sounds good." I was never out to make money with it. And then of course, then they changed the rules and say, "Oh, you got to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000." So I lost my monetization, and that's when I came to you and said, "Hey." I was a little bit irritated about it because I only had 563 subscribers, and this is in late 2018, right before they made the change. And I said, "How come people aren't subscribing to my channel?" I was a little irritated that the money went away, even though it was just minimal money. You said, "Are you telling people to subscribe?" And I said, "No." "Are you telling people you got a little subscribe icon on your videos?" I said, "No." "Are you typing in a description?" I said, "Yeah, just 1 or 2 sentences." "So yeah, I do." You said, "That doesn't get it." So you changed the way I do it, and that's what this series is going to be about. Because I went from 563 subscribers, and within, I don't know, it's been 14 months now, I went over 11,000 just recently. So
Yeah, that's a good growth there in a couple of years.
and
So
something else we're going to cover that a lot of people don't do is, besides all the topics that Cristian just listed, I'm going to get into the analytics with YouTube and saying, okay, here's my subscribers at this point. Here they are at this point. Where will I be in 6 months from now? Because I have an accounting degree, so we'll do some analysis and that type of stuff.
yeah.
So.
A lot of people start, but then they lose steam, I think, very quickly if they don't see results. So that's quite frustrating. And I had a few channels that I started over the years, and if you don't stick with it, they don't actually grow because, like I said, Google has there's a lot of videos being uploaded every single minute, and imagine this: your video is a drop in a huge ocean of videos. So how do you expect? So you can actually take some steps. You can do some things to help make your videos more visible, more findable, if you want, depending on your niche, of course, and what you're looking for to do, right? So if you're doing Excel videos, training, of course, you have to focus on your topic, so we will be covering this part also in our series. We're going to talk about how do you make your channel findable first without even thinking about videos yet.
Mm-hmm.
How to make your channel visible in search, because YouTube, like people say, YouTube is one big search engine, really. It's like the number 2 search engine after Google. So you've got to think search, you have to think keywords, you have to think what people search for. And there's a lot of talk about that. We could go on for hours, and hopefully these hours we're going to talk about on the future videos we're going to do about this series. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And yeah,
so Cristian, let me ask you this: so you have to have 1,000 subscribers for Google, plus you have to have 4,000 watch hours. But let's focus about the 1,000 subscribers.
That's if
roughly,
you want to monetize it.
Yeah, to get how many videos roughly, because I know you know this data, approximately how many videos do you need to get to 1,000 subscribers?
1,000 subscribers. I was looking at a statistics that was published by the makers of, I believe, TubeBuddy. There's this extension you can use. We will cover this to help your YouTube channel and optimize and all that. And they have obviously these statistics because millions of channels use that tool and they centralize those things. And they were saying that if you want to, on average, channels that have at least 1,000 subscribers, between 1,000 and 10,000 subscribers, channels that have those numbers on average have published 150 videos. So
okay.
That's kind of a number. Now remember, these are averages, and I have a channel that doesn't have that many and has 3,000 subscribers. So it's very relative to your niche, really, your niche, your topics, your quality of your videos, and how big a reach your videos have. But okay, but yours, I think your channel kind of fit that description, doesn't it? Because when you broke 1,000, you had how many videos?
When I broke 1,000, I had I don't know, 400 videos. But you know, I wasted so much time not early for 2 years. I wasted so much time not optimizing and search engine optimization on my videos. Someone mentioned already tags.
Yeah. Tags are,
And
well,
I agree
actually,
with that person. Got to have the tags.
if you think about tags, they're not really the top thing. That they are important, but they're not the top thing that's important. The top one is the title. That's it.
Okay.
The title. And I'm just going to give you a bit of preview on the SEO for videos. Is the title, and obviously the thumbnail, because the title makes, and the first part of the description really makes your video pop up for people to make it visible. But then the thumbnail, if it grabs your, and you don't want to make thumbnails that are spammy and kind of link bait kind of thing. But anyway, the thumbnail is, because people are very visual, and if your thumbnail is on point, they will click on it, and that will tell Google how many people clicked to watch your video. And then after that, it's the watch time. How long do people watch your video? So if they go away within the 5-10 seconds,
yep,
then that video was a disappointment. And it doesn't help that your title was amazing and your thumbnail was great and amazing, whatever. If people go away, that is another very strong signal they are sending to Google, saying this video doesn't do what it promised, doesn't show what it was said in the title. So then they get these signals, and then your video tags. So it's very simple. People's behavior, which is something you cannot really control. It's quite scary, actually. So, well, no.
Hey, Cristian, someone's commenting about promoting your YouTube content on other platforms, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Yay or nay?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The promotion is a very important part. After you've done all of the other stuff, created a great video, optimized your keywords and titles and description and thumbnails and everything else, then of course you publish your video, and then crickets. So you have to promote your video as well. So that we will go over, because there's a few things you can do right off the bat when you publish the video. There's a few things you can do to give it a bit of a kickstart if you want. If you have a lot of subscribers, then you don't really, you think maybe you don't need that, because hey, people get notified, they click on it, boom, 1,000 views in the first hour. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny you said that. I had somebody that for about a month, and I do about 3 videos a week, 2 to 3 videos a week. Every video I published, they said, hey, that's a great video. And that they had 400,000 subscribers. And so I clicked on them one time. They had no videos, none. And I'm like, what's going on here? And then of course I somehow notified by YouTube that they were banned or something. So
yeah, they are bots. There's this thing going around now for a few months now, bots that comment random things like, this was great, it was amazing. Like the first few minutes after you published your video, boom, they comment. And I'm like, it's not possible, because I don't even have, I have a new channel now that's just broke 100 subscribers, and there's very rarely comments. And these bots comment on almost every video. As soon as I put it up there, they comment on it. That's not.
They didn't have time to look at it, probably.
Yeah, they don't actually, because when they comment, maybe the video had 0 views, but they commented, yeah, this was great. They don't actually watch your videos. So yeah. So yes, so our series, we have a list so far of about 18 to 20 topics that we will cover. And if I'm looking at each one of them, each one could probably be broken down into 2 or 3 videos at least. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you would like to follow with this, and we will probably, we will put these all in a same playlist all together. And if we have time, we might even post them as blog posts on chrismenardtraining.com. That's where.
Very good.
Yeah.
And and Christian, are we going to also, I'm assuming we're also going to, you're going to do some nice little flyers for us since you're a graphic designer, graphic artist. Top 10 things to do, before you publish a video or something, right? That people can
Oh yeah,
download as a PDF. Am I right?
yeah,
Something
yeah, yeah,
really
we can do
nice.
that.
So
Yeah, and I'll do a few sessions if you want on how to design thumbnails and all that stuff. How to establish like a visual identity, because you were telling me that you noticed a great big increase in your views and success of your videos when you started to sort of formalize the thumbnails and create this visual identity color scheme for each type of video, because you're doing Excel, you're doing PowerPoint, you Excel, Word, all that stuff to do with
yeah.
Office and Zoom and a lot of
Am I
those.
am I able to actually show that or not?
You can open your channel, I suppose, and share your screen, I guess. You
Yeah,
can do
let me
that.
just show you videos. So there is my channel that I'm popped up right here. There's my current subscribers. Again, I used to have 15, 16 months ago, I had 563. So if I go to my videos, you can see here that everyone's got a thumbnail now.
I don't actually see your screen yet, so did you
You
share?
don't see my screen yet. Let me try that one more
There it
time.
is. Yeah, there it is.
Hey, the joy of being live, right? So anyway, there's my channel dashboard right there. There's my subscribers over to the right, 563, 15, 16 months ago. So here's obviously a thumbnail. Christian came up with this yesterday. If I go to my videos, just to show you this, every video has a thumbnail now, always. And something new I've done, and just because, this YouTube thing is, you're always learning stuff, but I've noticed I used to never have my image on the thumbnail, and then one day I noticed everyone else has got their pictures on their thumbnails. So so I asked Christian, hey, what about my picture? And tell me, what was that you told me about, that survey or something?
Yes, there was. I was reading something this week that thumbnails with a picture of a person tend to get more clicks than just normal abstract text-based or whatever thumbnails. So while it is important to have a big and clear text on your thumbnail to say quickly, because when you do, then people don't really read the title of the video anymore. They just look at the thumbnail and what that gives them visually instantly. But if you have a picture a picture of yourself maybe on it, just in a corner, hopefully not with your mouth open like I see at the majority of videos on YouTube. If you go and see, I dare you to do this, go on YouTube main page and look at the videos that have people on them, and you will notice, and I cannot unsee this now, I can always think about it, all of them have their mouth open and are surprised by something, like it's ridiculous. I don't like that, but anyway, or they have this massive huge grin anyway. So but yeah, that's what I was saying. I remember reading about the fact that the human face and whatever draws attention more than just a flat picture of some object or text. So yeah, maybe that's depends. If you're doing vlogging or something, then put your face in there, put a title in, boom. You don't
Right.
really have to spend a lot of time designing anything. But like we've done for your channel with the different series of videos that you're doing, Excel, PowerPoint, because there's so many videos. How many videos you have now? About 560 or something, you said?
563 right now.
Right. So many videos, how are you going to distinguish between them? So of course you're going to put them all in playlists and organize them
Right.
nicely. But when you're looking at your channel and customizing it, which we will do a series of a video on that, but you want to see the different colors, and you recognize instantly that videos with this blue color tend to be about Zoom, right? Because Zoom's
Yeah.
identity or whatever, that's blue, so people recognize that. And Excel is obviously green, and it's no accident that even Microsoft have stuck for so many years with the entire Office suite, they never change the branding or identity. They do change the icons now and then, but the color survived so many years. Maybe they've done darker shades or whatever, but Excel has always meant green. Yeah.
Right.
To do with money, I guess. I don't know. And Word has always been blue. PowerPoint's always been red and all that stuff, right? So I think Outlook is the only one that changed from like a gold to blue again, which is confusing. But
Yeah.
so this kind of visual identity is, yeah, it's another thing we'll be talking about, but it's quite important because when people subscribe to your channel and they pop, your video pops up, a new video pops up on their feed, on their homepage, it's immediately recognizable that it's your video and it's what it's about instantly. Before you even read, it takes about a few milliseconds for a human to recognize something the moment they see it, or a face, or some icon or something. So yeah, that's quite one of those psychological things, I guess.
Okay. So is our first video after this one, the first real video is going to be how to get a Google account and how to upload your first video. Am I right?
Yeah, starting the channel, creating it, getting
Yeah.
the name, and doing all that. So creating the channel, yeah, that's going to be. And I think throughout this series, we're going to have to kind of work on a demo channel first. We're going to just start a demo channel, right, and customize that and kind of start from scratch, and show the whole workflow. And then, when you want to do statistics and analytics and show how that works, then obviously this channel's not going to have any views probably the first time. So then you're going to have to show that on your channel, so your own statistics and things and growth. So we will be jumping between all of our channels like this and showing different things.
And we'll still do the live events, let people ask questions. So
yeah, we could have Q&As. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because I like the Q&A stuff.
So yeah, I mean, if your subscribers were used to Office stuff and Zoom stuff and all that stuff, but now we're gonna do this, so
Oh, but I'm still doing the Office stuff and the Zoom stuff, so don't go away.
Sure.
Don't unsubscribe.
You're not pivoting your channel.
I'm not. Right, we just keep getting asked questions about, hey, how do you start a YouTube channel? What do you do? So
yeah.
We thought we'd tackle this.
One of the big parts, of course, is going to also be how to create videos, how to edit videos. And we're going to look at some software that we use every day about recording software, editing software, screen recording, how we're doing that. So we can, it would be great if we could get questions about, and requests about showing, how do you do this? Can you show us whatever? So that would be very helpful. If not, we'll just stick to our
plan. Yeah. So, all right.
Right. Well,
so yeah. Well, we also talk about equipment such as, hey, do you have to have a green screen? How about your lighting? Can we get into that too?
Yeah, briefly maybe, because it really depends on what type of videos you want to do.
True.
If you're doing vlogs and you're out and about, and you're pull your phone and record yourself, there's no green screen there. So yeah, I mean, some people record with Zoom like we're doing now, but because of this background, virtual background thing, and they like to have that, so you don't need a green screen for that. You just need
That's a good point. Yeah,
a powerful enough machine to do that. But then you record videos and then you edit them maybe and upload. Right. So we will look at that. But microphones are important. I mean, I went through a ton of microphones until I found one that actually didn't create this constant buzz in the, recording.
You're talking about microphones. This is my opinion, but there's probably data out there to back it up. I can handle a video whose content that I like even if the video's not 100%, but if the audio is not good, I'm gone.
Yeah.
To me, yeah, you got to have good audio in your videos. So.
Yeah, it puts you off. Yeah. Yep. All right.
All right. Anything else?
Well, I've said all I wanted to say. We should start doing those videos now, I guess.
All right. We appreciate your time. Whoever joined us, all the people that joined us, we thank you for that. We'll see you next week with one of our videos. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. The link to Cristian's channel will be in the description also. And again, Cristian manages my channel, all the thumbnails you see, a lot of the content. I create the content, but he does all the other stuff. So
well, on my channel, I have videos of how I'm designing some
yes,
of your
he designed my stuff, which is really funny because I'll see your channel like, oh, that's the thumbnail for my video.
Yeah, I try to avoid putting a thumbnail of your thumbnail on my thumbnail. People get confused about whose video is this, what's happening here. Because yeah, so I'm trying to.
All righty. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Thank you all. We're going to end this.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.